Hi, everyone. Hi, welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Like I said, I will be showing up here. I really can't give you guys like a time as to, you know, when I will be on. So that's why I always advise everyone to hit that notification button, subscribe to the channel, and then you will get a notification as to when I will be here. So, everyone, I hope you all are doing well, and this information that you're hearing is really helping you and encouraging you to keep moving forward. Yesterday, I did a video about moving forward, keep moving. And what that means is to never give up. Never give up on yourself, your healing, or any of it. Just keep moving forward. It's so important. So, before I get into the topic of discussion today, just wanted to make you guys aware that we have this major blizzard that's coming. And even as I talk to you, my laptop is showing, what does it say here? About 12 to 14 inches. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but you know how the weather changes. Today it says one thing, and then tomorrow it's something different. However, they keep forecasting that we're going to get a lot of snow Sunday. So make sure you guys have plenty of water, food, and everything that you need. Get it early before the storms start so that you don't have to go out in that weather. I know that's what my plan is. So, and just if you have to be out there, just drive slow and take your time. I know a lot of people on the road, they drive crazy regardless. And I don't know why, but if you don't have to be out there, stay home. But anyway, I just wanted to share that because I don't know how many of you know that. And I'm looking forward to getting something for these sinuses, guys, because I have like the sinus. And no matter what I take, it'll stop for a minute and then I have it again. So I'm thinking about a humidifier or something else to help. But anyway, the topic of discussion today is love is the answer. And this video might be a little shorter than the ones that I've been doing. Excuse me. Excuse me, guys. Having like some allergy and sinuses issues today. But anyway, nevertheless, I am still here. So, in reference to the topic of discussion, love is the answer. Um, I want to talk about some ways that we all can heal from grief. We don't get over it, we get through it. So let's talk about love and care. So, one of the ways that you can take care of yourself, I know, let me just use myself as an example because, as I say on this channel, I am not a certified therapist or a social worker or anything like that. I don't have a degree in that category. However, I'm someone who's going through a lot of grief, loss, and I'm just sharing ways that I've gotten through it. So, one of the ways that you can heal yourself is by giving. Do something else within your community, like something simple as holding a door for somebody else. If you're in a supermarket, what happens with me a lot of times while I'm in a supermarket, I meet other women, elderly women, and they get into conversations with me. And I love talking to them because they tell stories of things from the past. And anyone knows I'm a published author, so I love pictures, I love stories, and listening to them. Not too long ago, I ran into a woman in the supermarket, didn't know her. I think she was in her 80s. And we sat there in the aisle talking for a long time. And she was just encouraging me about things, a stranger just uplifting me. That was like priceless. Little things like that mean so much. And especially in the elderly community, just taking out time for them will, add years onto their life because they want to, talk to us. And it was just, it was just nice to have that conversation. I never seen her, didn't know her, and she gave me advice, gave her a hug, and then that was the end of it. Little things like that, while you're going through your own personal grief and problems and etc., will lift you up. It takes your mind off of what your situation is, and you're giving back. You can do this within a community that you live. Encourage others. When you build others up, God builds you up. That's the key factor, and I think that's what's missing in the world today. Even within within organized religious communities and stuff, it's just thinking about other people besides yourself. And when you take the focus 100% off yourself, of course, self-care, especially when you're going through grief. But what I find also is to focus on other things, like what I just mentioned, the elderly. um, Perhaps, if you have time, volunteer at a local church, volunteer at a nonprofit organization. Like if you love animals, an animal shelter. All these things will take your mind off of the grief because you're engaging in activities that you love. And that's part of your self care as well. Do things of that nature, and you can volunteer. Many animal shelters will let you volunteer there. And you build yourself up that way too. It's all part of the healing process. Encourage other people to be their best self as well. It helps build you up as well. We build each other up. you know um, Also, it's important to take care of yourself as you go through the healing process and the grief, because grief and the pain can take a toll on your physical health as well as your mental health. So it's so important to take care of that on a daily basis. Like I said, I drink a lot of tea. I have 2 cups of coffee. Now, I don't know how I got down to two because I was really having like 5 or 6. But the doctor, when I went recently, how long has it been? A month and a half ago, I went, and she was just telling me I have to cut down on it. So I drink more tea, and I have 2 cups a day now. And I drink mostly tea, and I feel better because some of these teas I'm drinking are herbal teas. One in particular is for the immune system, to keep because sometimes our immune system, if we feel sluggish and weighed down, these teas are like a detox. It cleanses your system out and really helps me to feel better. So, things like this. And also take care of your physical and mental health. Make sure you get enough rest. That's one of my problems, trying to get to bed at a certain time because I get up early in the morning. My day probably starts earlier than most of you, and then I have a break in between, and then I go and rush back to work. So, getting enough rest, because when you rest and get the proper sleep, when you get up in the morning, you feel better. You don't feel so weighed down and sluggish. So that's one of the things I'm working on. Exercising, eating healthier, take naps in between if you can. Just do things, take walks into nature, do things to help yourself. And as you continue to do that, in the beginning, you may start off doing it, miss a few days, but get back on the wagon. Don't allow yourself to, not continue, because it's a ongoing process with the healing. And as you feel better, you do better. It's so important, you know. But I find with myself, when I spend time, in an environment like, I was doing um, the volunteer work for a while, but my schedule has gotten so busy I don't have time. But I do, spend time. What I do in my leisure time is I spend time encouraging other people, because I get messages now. about these videos, and I talk to other organizations about them, and we talk about some ways that we can, you know, how people can help themselves, and I tell them more in detail how I continue to stay on this course to heal myself. It's important that we take care of ourselves. And then just even if you see somebody that even though you may not know them, and you're in a supermarket environment or something like that, and that person needs attention for 5 or 10 minutes, especially our elderly community of individuals. Sometimes they just need to talk to someone. And if you spend that time, like I did with this woman in the supermarket, and we learned things from them, and the encouragement she gave, it was just amazing. So these are the things that you can do slowly as you try to heal yourself. Because as I say, you're going to have good days where you feel like getting out there and doing all you can. And then you're going to have other days where you feel sluggish and depressed. Like the other night, I was just feeling that way um, when it came to something with my mother, and I'm like, oh God, I wish she was here. So I still go through it. And the other day, I was like having a trigger of grief, and I just started with music. I went online, do some puzzles, things like that to take my mind off of it so I don't fall completely in that trigger mode. Also, I stay in meditation every day in the morning when I get up and in prayer. And, it helps a lot. So do things to lift you up, and if you have people around you who are trying to tear you down as you trying to heal, you do what's necessary. Excuse me, guys. You do what's necessary to, let people know, listen, I'm in a process of healing. I need to heal right now. I can't take in any toxicity or negativity, And in my case, what I had to do, some people respected that, but many didn't, and they had to be cut off, blocked, and deleted because, like I said, my mental and physical health means everything to me. This is not a joke or a game. And if people want to be in a background doing things, let them do whatever. Like I said, I will tell you guys how to transmute that toxic energy and give that to God. Give those burdens to God, and He will fight your battles for you. I know this through experience. Change your life for the better. And don't let these problems and situations that occur in your life to get you down. We can talk about some ways on how to take that pain and turn it into power. Flip the script so that you're not a victim of your circumstances. And that is so important. One of the things that I did, that I'm proud of myself for, is that when I had those trigger moments, I never felt anything like that before. And when I talk about trigger moments of grief, after my mother died, especially my dog, I would just, if I couldn't be outside for long, it was shortly after the shutdown was being lifted, little by little. And I would go to the store. Little things would trigger me. Even a song on the radio that my mother used to love or something, I would have to leave. And I would be in the car just, having this trigger moment of grief that I couldn't control. And so what I did is started educating myself about why these things happen. And that information was powerful, it was very helpful. And then what the information from my therapist about these things as well helped me to learn how to deal with these trigger moments. And now today I can say I have a whole lot less of them because I used to have them all the time and didn't understand why. So it's important, when you have the knowledge, researching and learning things, it helps you to know what to do to better be prepared for these situations. In any event, just take care of yourself, take that step, and if you fall down, get back up again. It's okay. We all are human, we make mistakes. Um, the point is, the factor is to keep moving, to keep going, and not to give up on yourself. Because if you give up on you, then there's nothing else left. Your mental and physical health means everything. So please help other people. If you know people who need to hear these videos, share them with them so that, because some people, like I always say here on this channel, they don't openly share how they're feeling, their pain, their problems, situation. They may just keep those things to themselves, and they might have a lot of pain, be in a lot of depression. And some people might be in despair and to the point of hopelessness, and we don't want any of that. So they can watch these videos in the privacy of their own home. And this channel is to uplift and encourage and enlighten others as well, and also to pay it forward to help other people. you know and this is a no judgment zone channel. We don't judge others here. We're here to help. When we can help each other. I'm still getting help because there's things I don't know. For example, my best friend, my childhood friend, was talking to me about something, and I was like, wow, that information you shared with me really helped me, and vice versa. So we all can learn from one another and help each other. That's the key factor, people, because there's so much negativity in this world and despair, to the point where excuse me, to the point where when you do something kind or generous for somebody else, they automatically want to know what you want. Like, they feel threatened by the fact that you did something kind. They automatically expect you to be mean and hateful. And that's the world that we live in, and it shouldn't be that way. We should help one another and pay it forward. And I'm here, talking about how I turn my pain into power, power into purpose, purpose into paying it forward, to be here to help other people so that they can grow and heal, and then they can be a testimony and and helpful to other people who, if you walked in those shoes already, then you know how to help the next individual. And that's the key factor here. So thank you all for listening today. Please get connected with a grief counselor or therapist and a grief bereavement group, because you're going to learn so much, and it's going to help you. It's going to be very beneficial. And a grief bereavement groups, you're going to learn information, from other people, how they're getting through these trials and tribulation of grief, the pain, and you learn so much, and you can apply it in your own situation. So thank you all again for being here today. I'll be back tomorrow with a new message. Please hit that subscribe button, share these videos, and let's keep this moving. Thank you. And please leave me comments as well. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye for now.